Typically, breeders overbreed, and so you wind up with a lot of health issues in pets that are bred, and they're very expensive. Whereas you can go to the animal shelter and you're helping a homeless pet find a new home that wouldn't have it otherwise. You're getting, in general, a little bit healthier animal. There's statistics out there that will show you that the mutts, or what we call the ones with a muttigree, are typically healthier pets. They don't get hip dysplasia and some of the things that are real common in pets that have been overbred. Third, they're usually a little less expensive, and you're doing a great service to your whole community because you're helping a pet find a home.
I adopted my first pet, I think I was in 5th grade, and it was a dog. Her name was Harley. And I think from the get-go it was just really special, I guess because we'd never done it before. What was really unique about Harley is that she had been at the pound for 9 months, and she was very young, and no one had really loved her, especially that we've had her now for a few years. It's been really cool getting to see like her true side and how cool like pets are that are adopted.
People that are unable to adopt can still help this shelter in a great many ways. You can come out here and sign up for our volunteer program. We have a very robust volunteer program. We have volunteers who are helping to train the pets that are in the shelter so that they can learn to sit, stay, come, that kind of thing, and that makes them more adoptable. You can come out and help us fill our adoption packets. Everybody that adopts gets something like this, and medical information, all kinds of good information in their packet, so they could help us create these booklets. They could help us put the booklets together in a packet with all the medical information for each pet. They also get little toys and treats and all kinds of things when they adopt from us. So people can help us in other ways. They can take pets for a stroll. Anytime you can come out and help walk or play with a pet for us, take the kitty cats into the cat cuddle room. Those kind of things help socialize the animal and make him used to being around people, so then he's easier to get adopted.
I think someone should adopt a pet just because, I mean, I don't know, I think pets are really amazing friends, and they really they're especially like my dogs and stuff, they're there for you even on bad days, they're excited to see you when you come home. And I feel like that's just a really special connection.
Many people like to call themselves a no-kill. We could, by the current definition of a no-kill, be a no-kill shelter. However, we prefer to call ourselves a humane shelter. And the reason for that is, let's say I get a pet in here that is dying of cancer and it's in a huge amount of pain. Would you want me to let it keep suffering? No. So in those cases, we do euthanize. However, we keep it to a minimum. Our euthanization rate is extremely low, and we try to keep it that way. So people come in, and still, because in the past, a long time ago, this was a high kill shelter. But since I've been here for 10 years, we've really changed that. And so now we're a very low kill shelter, and it always has to be approved by 5 staff members and then by me before we even decide to do it. So I think we're doing it in the best of both worlds. A lot of the other places that claim that they're no-kill, when they get a pet they don't want to handle, they drop it off on us. Or we'll find it out in our abandonment cage. The abandonment cages are for people who maybe don't have the availability during our open hours to bring an animal out, so they'll bring it out after hours, and we have it arranged out there with a kennel inside the cage for protection from the weather. We leave food and water out there every night as well, and so that's a really good place to go ahead and leave the animal till we can get to it. And sometimes it may be there overnight, but then in the new shelter, well, because that really bothered me, leaving the animals outside all night, especially if it's bad weather, cold or whatever. The owners don't seem to have a problem dropping them off, but that really bothers me. So in the new shelter, we're going to have these built into the shelter so that when you go up, you'll see a wall with these doors, and you open the door, put the animal inside. He's now inside in the heat or the cool, depending on what time of year it is, and he'll have food and water and everything inside, and once that door is shut behind him, another animal can't be put in there. program that I started here that has really improved our adoption rate tremendously, has been really helpful, is called the Furry Friend Foster Program. And what happens is somebody comes in and they're looking for a pet. They think they might want one. They may like this one, they may like that one. And so we say, okay, we'll let you do a trial foster. Don't adopt it yet. We don't want you to put money out because once a pet's adopted, it's non-refundable. So let's go ahead and let you take this pet home for a few days and try it out at home and see how your family fits in with it. See if you have other pets, how they like the pet, and so on. If you have any problems, bring it back immediately. If you don't have problems, keep it and try it out. 95% of the people, guess what? They come back and adopt the pet. So that's a really great way to find out that the pet fits, and it couldn't be more perfect. It's wonderful.